Goodness gracious, thank you all for the warning. I am sorry about that. These are new stream issues. So we are live, No Man's Sky 2.3, and yeah, sorry about that. Rookie mistake, guys. Let me go ahead and I'll go back through this. I was actually worried that I couldn't find these, and I was searching furiously for these. These are the original Void Eggs. Now these two were gifted to me by Jay yesterday, but I actually bought one of my own, and I started the quest. And in starting the quest, you get onto Starbirth. And Starbirth is where we are right now. So here's the Starbirth quest. And I read this whole thing off to you guys, but you couldn't hear me because it didn't have any sound. So I apologize for that. Yeah, I have a nasty habit of muting that. But we are on Starbirth, and here's our timer. We have 23 minutes, 16 seconds to go before this one is ready to go. And that will be this item here until the next stage of that. I have the active Void Egg. I have the fragile neural stem. And we're going to see what goes on and what we have to do. And I figured I would take you guys along with me live. Thank you again for stopping by. I appreciate it. And let's see what we can do. Now, I have been doing a little bit of research on all of this. Now, I apologize, guys. What I was explaining with the mic muted was that Reaper is not with me right now. He's probably sleeping. We had a very late night, and we were working on getting our streams to coincide and match a little bit better. And that's actually why I had this on mute, because we were doing audio tests last night, and the last thing that we had to do was actually listen to the stream for a little bit. We had to talk for about 15 seconds and then shut up and turn off all the sounds so that it wouldn't loop through the system. So I apologize about that. Hopefully he will drop in. I did send him a message on Discord that he can jump in at any point in time, but we are going to run this as a mid-lunch crisis special. And we are going to actually grab some hypercores just in case we have to do a lot of jumping around. But I've been doing a whole bunch of research, and there's a lot of speculation on which way these quests go, because this was available on the experimental for PC for several I believe 2 days. They had access to it before the rest of us did, and then it kind of surprised everybody by first going live on PS4. Now what I'm doing is I'm going through my storage containers because I'm actually looking specifically for Mordite and Facium. And I don't believe I have Facium. Now the reason I'm doing this is I was watching Captain Steve's video on part 1 just this morning. He's probably actually recording part 2 as we speak, but I went live with it because I don't do the recorded videos too often. He was saying that there is a high probability that we're going to need to feed these living ships organic matter, and that would be Mordite and Facium. We're also probably going to need some silver and gold to help do these things. So you guys may want to, I'm not saying you have to, but you may want to start stockpiling a little bit of that material, kind of like the Hexite. Hexite was one of those pretty forgotten materials, and luckily the quest line takes you to where you need the Hexite. I still have 140 left over. Reaper, on the other hand, he didn't get any extra, and we were basically just hopping around on a whole bunch of different things. But I do have a bunch of kind of irrelevant stuff in here from just running around yesterday. So let me organize my inventory just ever so slightly. But we have a little more night here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my ship. I'm going to jump into Dora. Now, in all the jumping that I've been doing around since I got that fragile neural stem, I've gotten 2 of the explanations of the symbols. I've gotten 2 contacts for those. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to jump around a little bit until we get that timer to count down. Now I've jumped to rich systems, I've jumped to poor systems, I've jumped to every color star that there is, every different type of economy, conflict, you name it, I've gone there in the last 20 hours. And I've actually found that it didn't really matter where you went. They pretty much just pop up whenever they pop up. Now, you also get the pulse engine encounters now. So when you pulse through a system, sometimes you'll come across something new. We found 3 different variations of the broken freighter, the derelict freighter, one of which Reaper found actually had a symbol for a freighter, but you could not interact with it at all. I found the grave of the Ocean King, the giant skull. I found a warp portal that sent me to the opposite side of the galaxy. It sent me 1.3 million light years away from my location. I found a supply pod that was dropped off by a freighter or frigate. Was full of 1200 nitrogen that you just had to shoot. So what I'm looking for here is, ooh, that is exactly what I'm looking for right there. How do you make liquid sun? What is liquid sun? Mordite refinery to Facium, correct. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the traders that land on the ships and land at the trading posts, and you can buy a lot of that from them if they don't have anything in the actual oh, we've got a freighter encounter right off the bat, guys. Bear with me, gotta deal with this issue real quick. It is a big Venator class. Boop. Of course, these guys are too close to the ship. I hate it when they get that close to the ship. And of course, I'm an Adora, so all I have is photon cannons. And not even very good upgrade ones. Ooh, don't want to shoot the freighter too much. Get away from the pods. Alright, got those taken care of. Looks like we got at least one more. And he's inside the ship. Of course he is. There he comes. Come on out. Now we've also run across, I think 4 different variations of the trader ships as we're pulling into space stations where you can trade in space. That's kind of cool. And just for gits and shiggles on one of them, I decided to shoot the trader, which ironically still allowed, after I blew his ship up, still allowed me to trade with him. And they specifically had Facium as well. So I'm thinking they're giving us kind of a preview of the items that we want. Liquid Sun is the next part of the mission. Right on. I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know. This is doing this live. So I have no idea, and I would imagine that if it's something that you have to make for the mission will direct you on where to go with it. So we have an A349 real quick. Let's go talk to the captain. Kind of just killing a little bit of time here, guys. Got about 15 minutes left before the next stage of the fragile neural stem. Let's see what we got. Alright, so let's pull this bad boy up so you guys can see what it actually looks like in true colors. It is green. It is mint green. Max size Venator, mint green. Particular one has technology slots. Not a bad setup for that. And if you guys want to see where this one is, let me pull up some coordinates for you. There's some coordinates for you in the lower left-hand side. We have bird, bird, whale, bird, sunrise, moon, balloon, balloon, diplo, TP, face, and trivial pursuit. I'm sticking with that trivial pursuit name regardless of what the game tells us. Pwn Stream has about 6 hours left in the first mission. In no hurry. Right on, buddy. Right on. Ninja, I am not streaming to Twitch right now. I only do single platform at a time at the moment. In the very near future, I will be streaming to YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and Facebook all at the same time, but at the moment, it's just YouTube. Ooh, I apologize for the little choppiness of the audio there, guys. Still trying out a couple new settings. Trigger Happy, I wish I could answer that question. I really do. I don't know because I'm still on the first stage. I'm doing this live. I'm playing on PS4, so I did not get a chance to do any of this on experimental. But we are still on the, well, technically we're on the second stage of Starbirth right now. Alright, so we have a restore point saved. And I actually want to see where we are for Starbirth, so let's toggle that real quick. We have 11 minutes 44 seconds till the next stage. Now I'm not opposed to spoilers, but I don't go actively looking for them, so I actually haven't really watched a lot of the other videos. I haven't watched Zane's experimental guide because he pretty much, I think he went through the whole thing to get the living ship, where he could adjust his game timer and speed up time until he broke it, I think is what ended up happening, or at least that's the rumor I heard. Alright, so alright, so should be back live. I apologize about that, guys. That is unfortunately one of the problems I'm having with this particular laptop is it runs into some goofy problems. There we go. Alright, I just had to make sure everything was back up and running. Sitting here looking at a GEC. My apologies. I already looked at this guy's inventory. He doesn't have any of the things that I want, which is fine. No big deal. Let's go ahead and go back to our timer, see where we are. We have 5 minutes, 37 seconds, guys. Alright, so in the meantime, I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump back out here. And we're going to pulse. See if we can find any pulse engine thingamajigs around here. Basically, all you do is you hit the pulse engine and you shoot off in a direction, and you might come up with an anomaly, and it tells you to drop out if you want to. Now, they're not everywhere. You're not always going to find one. Found that they tend to be in more relevant locations, so sometimes you actually need to be pulsing towards a planet. Now, this one only had the one planet in system, so it's going to be a little less likely that there's going to be anything there because we were really close to the actual station. All right, let's go ahead and we will expand that. Let's find one that's got a decent number of planets. Nope, not that one. There's a decent number of planets. So we're going to hit a Gex system declining. Deavante in the house. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling today? Good morning, Twiggy. How you doing? All right, you get out of that hospital. You get home and rest. And of course, let's go ahead and do this the right way. There we go. Hopefully it works. There we are. Deavante has graced us all with his presence and delivered Oreos upon us. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. Scanner recharging. 3.5 minutes. Ooh, we have a flourishing moon. This is the one I hadn't gotten yet. Containment report, life form stable, end communication. Okay. So, take a look at that. There's the abyssal horror. And I don't, these are the worms. All right, instead of me floating around here, let me get into photo mode so we can actually take a look at this. So we have a sentinel walker, all folded up and in containment. We have a sandworm. Oh, this is actually the baby version of the Ocean King. So the giant skull that you can find floating around is a very large version of that skull. And then we have an abyssal horror. Over that away. That's pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. I'm going to back up here a little bit. Actually, where's Dora? There's Dora. I want to get Dora in the shot. And of course my easy button doesn't work, so I've got to take a screenshot like that. Sorry for the blue screen, but hey, at least you guys didn't like totally go blue screen. There we go. Ooh, let's not bump into it. Well, I bumped into it. Trying to see if there's any way to interact with this particular thing. And I don't see it, so me being me. Oh, look at that hazard containment field. You can blow up. And you get an eerie core. Sample jettison. Let's see what the eerie core was. An appalling relic, the haunted remains of some abyssal horror. It has lived at least 100 lifetimes and will live many more again. Will stalk the bear across the galaxy in the next unless it is sold before the curse can take effect. So, if you don't sell it, it's gonna haunt you? That's kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I think I'm going to hold on to that and see if it haunts me. Yeah, Levi Rivers, the stream did crash earlier. I apologize. It wasn't the stream that actually crashed. All right, so we have a mature egg. Look at that. We've got another ship. There's a living ship in front of us. Metal Masters bind us no more. We are free. We may swim, fly, live, die. The void egg quivers as the lilting music of the alien ship fills my cockpit. It is a motion of recognition. Let's accept that transmission. The song of the ship, the creature, fills my starship, spilling from circuit to circuit, flooding the computer. As the music fades, I hear a faint echo, a gently hummed response, the void egg. Incoming message, frequency unknown. Interstellar coordinates received. Follow the call of the void egg. Galaxy map, search for marked solar system across the galaxy map while in the starship. So let's take a look, guys. Where do we need to go? We only need to jump over one. All right, so I'm actually... Here's another cool thing. If you guys look at the screen right now, it says Race Gek Abandoned. So we were in an abandoned system. So now they actually show that they're abandoned with that red text. Let's jump on over here. Got to follow this, guys, and see what's going on. What's going on? I'm not going to sing. I apologize. I don't apologize for not singing. You guys really don't want to hear me sing. You're in the AO tier system. Alright, so it seeks a specific world. Examine the egg in the inventory to learn of its requirements. Let's go ahead and take a look at the egg. Anomalous egg. Since the encounter with the bizarre deep-space creature, its strange music has grown more active, more agitated. When touched, conjures a powerful vision of a dust-covered world of extreme storms. Alright, and then the mature neural stem. This web of living tissue has grown its own metallic filaments, a mesh of silver and flesh. It crackles with its own electric charge, a network in need of its nodes. It awaits its host. Alright, so let's take a real quick look. Follow the call of the void egg. The strange egg I carry called out to another organism, a bizarre hybrid of starship and living being. It now hums a strange music, calling me towards a harsh world of dust, fire, and ice. Alright, so we gotta scan some planets. That's a rotting one. That shouldn't be right. We need the one with the dust planet. And it's going to be one with storms, apparently. That's probably going to be it right there, the charred moon. And an abandoned moon. Oh, okay, so fire and ice. So it could be the charred moon. Or it could be that one. Let's hope it's this one, because this one doesn't have aggressive sentinels. This is where I need the liquid sun. Right on, right on. I don't even know what liquid sun is, honestly. But we'll find out. Planet signature matches the Void Egg's needs. 39 and 132.6. Alright, so... So we need to go this way. Oh, that'd be nice. Just gonna smack into a whole bunch of different things. Alright, so... Alright, so we're pretty close to one of them. Now we just need to... go that way. Coordinates up here unstable. It's because it's moving. 3843. 132.86. Alright, so we're going the correct direction. We just need to find... Getting closer. Should be right around here. I don't see what I'm supposed to be looking for, guys. Alright, so it's not that direction. It is... this direction. This is so confusing to me. Alright, 30... 3872, 3879, 3328. All right, what am I missing here, guys? You know what it is? It's going to be a sandworm. I hear weird things going on, but I don't see this actual creature. I feel like I should make some noise or something. It's really hard to find exact coordinates in this game. All right, 132.63. I feel like I should go underground. All right, 132.756. Kind of going the wrong way. Oh, hey, look, critters on the ground. How you doing, Mary? Good morning. All right, so this thing is really close by, but it keeps moving ever so slightly. What do you guys think? Should I be on the surface or be underground? Does it matter? Incoming firestorm detected. There's an organic rock up that way. that's not what I'm looking for. Alright, I think I probably need to be on the surface. That's just going to be my guess. No worries. This is totally ad hoc, Mary. So, I didn't even tell Reaper that I was going live at this point in time. He's probably sleeping. We were up late trying to get all of our stream stuff coordinated so that the mid-lunch crisis will look the same on everybody's page or relatively similar. So it was a late night. All right, so $133.07. I think they just got mad at everybody for not using longe latitude. They're making us do all these, well, now it's behind me. Alright, so that's not what I wanted to do. Well, they're cute. I am so confused here, guys. So confused here. Sorry, I was just checking chat here for a quick second. 133.44. It is quite literally right near me. Hey, there we go. Oh, that's my custom marker. Alright, so storm is clearing. Well, there's the fire and ice. So when does this thing come out? Ugh. Alright, I am open to suggestions, guys, because this is just not working. $132.63. I don't think it's that unknown building. It's not that little guy. Oh, he's adorable. Ouch. It's in the surface. Make sure it's plus, not minus. Oh! Wow, so, yeah, that's, I feel the dumbs. I feel the dumbs completely. Plus 39, plus 132.94. And I'm at negative 38 and negative. Alright, so we're basically on the wrong side of the planet. And of course I had to leave that marked. And you have to be in atmosphere to get your coordinates. Learn something new every day, guys. Learn something new every day. So let's head for the North Pole. Let's fly over the North Pole. Alright, now we are at positive on that one. smack into things. This is why Captain Bob hated me so much. Because I would scrape the paint off of all my ships doing stuff like this. Oop. Incoming firestorm detected. Of course. Basically just trying to skim the 30th parallel a little bit here. Without getting too far off until we can get that up to let's start getting that back up too, because get them both to raise now. Boop. Poor Dora. She's probably got no landing gear now. Zane mentioned it's easier to get the second one first and then narrow down on that. Alright, well we are approaching we're at 131. Alright, so let's hit 132 and then land. Alright, so we're at 34.21 and 32. Alright, so yeah, I can see why, because going north is the one that raises the first. Okay, so we need to go north a little bit here, guys. Thanks, appreciate it, guys. This is why I love this community. We're all helpful individuals. Watch out for the Snapdragon. Alright, so 3902 and 132. Alright, so as long as we head straight north. Ooh, better recharge that. Can't have an unidentified mineral. That's just no bueno. Ooh, excuse me. Viking word for fine, because we're all fine here. Alright, 36, 132. Getting there. Now you guys may be asking, why doesn't Big Papa Timo do the No Man's Sky Shuffle? Because I suck at it, straight up. Especially on planets you can't see very well. Alright, Alright, so we're at 37. Getting closer. It was a long walk, guys. Alright, now there's a building showing up to the north. That's... I hate it how it does that sometimes. Hey, there we go. Thanks, guys. Archive of Corvax Prime retrieval in progress. Right on, right on. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Log follows. Partial success achieved. The bridge allows the implantation of consciousness shards within discrete shells. Unit remains connected to greater mind. Sensory inputs fully shared. Attempts to localize sensory inputs caused traumatic deseparation unfruitful. Suspect biological core required. Root sensory experience and bodily experience to improve stability. System must have local control. Experimental synthesis unit operational. Awaiting biogenesis materials. Plague replays more data, or plaque, the plaque replays more data from before the destruction of Corvax Prime. These researchers were building something, a biological shell, an individual manifestation of their own convergent minds. Alright, so we need a pulsating core for this one. Let's go ahead and leave. These machines were built to synthesize life from advanced technology. I am once again supplied with the plans required, pushed on down this path by those who tried before. One of the plans is for a novel multi-tool upgrade, the Solar Ray. Alright, so we have that. And we have pulsating core, and we need living sun. So there you go. Now, good thing I grabbed that Mordate and gold. Alright, so what we're going to do here is let's take a look at the multi-tool. And, oof. What do we get rid of, guys? We're going to have to dismantle something. Let's get rid of the personal force field. Let's install some tech. Solar Ray. Solar Ray installed. Now we also want to be smart here. So that we can get back to this location. Let's fill that real quick. Alrighty, so now we need the Alright, so Solar Ray converts metal to liquid sun. Alright, so I wonder what kind of metal we need. Let's check out some pyrite first. Unless there's something closer. Cobalt, pyrite. Of course, they're all relatively far away. There's one right up there. Ooh, activated indium. Let's go try it on activated indium. Look at that, guys. Alright, so that was activated indium. Let's go try some more. I do want to try this on a different metal. Organic rocks. Alright, so was it Cold Heart that asked about where you get it? Use the solar ray on metal deposits, apparently. It works on activated indium. I'm going to go test it out on some pyrite in a second. A pyrite deposit over there. Oh, there's another activated indium. So we'll go get this one real quick, and then we will go hit that pyrite. Oh, look, there's two deposits side by side. Alright, so... Wait a minute, what is this deposit? Okay, so that is pyrite. So it does work on pyrite as well. So any metal deposit in the ground, apparently, you can nuke into liquid sun. Good to know. So they wouldn't fix our autonomous mining units for us before. Alright, what charge is this? Sodium nitrate or sodium. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, now we needed to make... Push the right button. Pulsating core. Alright, so basically what this is doing is we're making multiple parts of the technology. And it's a stirring void egg. Produce a pulsating core. Okay, let's go back to our location. And let's present the pulsating core. Awaiting biogenesis materials. Let's give him a pulsating core. As the machine begins its work, I feel the egg twitch within my exosuit. It is responsible for activating these machines. Its imprint is upon the life I am creating. Alright, there's nothing more than a cluster of cells. It is already possible to detect the soft beating of its proto-heart. It requires careful attendance while it matures. So that we have the fragile heart now. And Starbirth, allow the fragile heart to mature. Let's see what the timer gives us. Alright, 24 hours, guys. 23 and a half hours. So, that means tomorrow at 11 a.m. we'll be continuing on with this one. In the meantime, Big Papa Timo is going to test a few things out. What I want to do first is I want to get Dora over here because... Dora. Mary Lizzie says, notice they gave us new items to collect, so some of us cough don't go to each site with all of the items on hand. Sounded like sarcasm. just a little bit like sarcasm. Alright, now what I wanted to do is I want to get up to the station real quick. Heart is too fragile for use. And while we're going to the station, let's take a look at this. So now we have the fragile heart, the mature neural stem, the stirring egg. I still have other void eggs. I'm going to put these guys in here. Not crash into the station. This was an abandoned system. And I'm pretty sure I came from an abandoned system to get to this abandoned system. Cool. Now, the reason I wanted to do that I want to take my alright, so can make more of these. Can make more of these. So hexite. We need to find more hexite. Now on the hexite, I think I went to crashed freighter and like destroyed its core. Well, luckily Mordite's not that hard to get. I mean, there were plenty of other creatures I could have just like shot and killed for the Mordite. That's not that big of a deal. But what I wanted to do was actually go to Loving Temperate real quick. Alright, so I'm going to warp back to Loving Temperate, and I'm going to go to some metal deposits and make some more Living Sun. Alright, this is the Onbet system, and the planet is Loving. Now, you might think that I named this. I did not. This was actually the procedurally generated name of this planet. But I just happen to remember this one in particular because I built a very early large base here. Now I have all sorts of other things. Now I gotta rescan this thing. What I wanted to point out though was that I used to use a lot of these. I used to use a lot of the autonomous mining units. And this one's sitting on a copper deposit, and one of the biggest problems that we always had was that the autonomous mining units would glitch out if you had too many of them there, where it would start picking up from other deposits on the planet. So these also, they didn't work very well. And it was a shame because I really, really liked these early on. Another thing, can I even get rid of this thing? Doesn't give me an option to get rid of it. Oh, there we go. My bad. I always forget about this. I'm not a builder, guys. I leave that to the professionals, and by professionals, I mean people like Action Pants Gaming, Beetle Bum, all those other fun people. All right, so that's just straight up copper, but if we use the solar ray, sure enough, copper becomes liquid sun. So any ground deposit metal, nice. So you don't have to stock up on harsh planets like activated indium ones. You can find a really big copper deposit like this one, which I knew was right here, guys. This is not a fluke that I found this one. I'm planning. So if anybody needs any living sun and you're on PS4 regular, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help. I can hook you up with that, or oh, you can go do this yourself too. Not hard to find. But I would suggest going to just a regular planet and doing this. You don't have to go to a harsh environment. Now, of course, this is after you get the one on the planet for the quest. But I'm going to stock up a little bit on some living sun here, because I want to make multiple of these devices, because I'm pretty sure these are the upgraded parts, and it may also be the same way that our current bits and bobs work for upgrades. So the modules, because words hard. Words hard. Let me catch up on chat here. Pixel in the house with some coffee. Hey Scott, how's it going, buddy? I've only got one autonomous mining unit by my base, and it's on a phosphorus deposit, and it keeps mining copper. Yeah, so that's the point that I was trying to bring up, Twiggy. They have had that glitch forever. If you are too close to another unit or another type of material, it will pick up on those sometimes. If you had multiple units, like I would actually put dioxide mines in particular. I would go on to cold planets and I would get dioxide, and I would put like 8 of them on there, and if it ever glitched, it would start picking up copper, or it would start picking up just anything else, and it was just so frustrating. All right, so there's a cobalt deposit over here, but this is a really lovely temperate planet that I have here. And as you can see, this is actually a very old base. This is the only base I think I still have that has the exocraft, because I don't use exocraft anymore. But let's go get some more living sun. Might as well grab some other things while I'm going. Starship shield module. Heck yeah. Hex to the yes. Ah, that's what I was looking for. This is the other reason that I'm here now. There are a ton of these little critters on this planet. So I can get lots of Ophalsec, I can get lots of Mordite, I can piss off the Sentinels. Come here, buddy. Can't shoot for shit today. Hey. Neither can the Sentinel, though. But this planet has a lot of the resources that I would be looking for in the way of Mordite, other metals, and the like. So, yeah. Useful planet. And in case anybody ever wants to stop by and visit, let me go ahead and I'll even drop you some coordinates here, guys. Bird, 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 Diplo, triangle, dragonfly, galaxy, ship, teepee, YMCA, ship, and sunset. That is the OnBets system on PS4 regular. And this particular system, I believe, has 5 biomes, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the solar ray. Resource deposit cobalt. Does absolutely nothing with the silicate powder. And just leaves giant holes in the ground like the terrain manipulator of old. Hey buddy, how you doing? What's up? Oh, I made him mad. Oh, I made the big guy mad. Alright, so I'm going to gather some Mordite here by shooting critters in the face. Or in the butt. I don't even know which side is which on some of these guys. Now you guys might notice that I keep scanning by accident when I'm trying to sprint. That's Apex Legends. That's all Apex's fault. Alright, so something I haven't done in quite some time is make ammo. Because I don't normally shoot things like this. I'm a relatively peaceful guy. Look at that. That is a big old flat copper deposit. Time for some solar ray action. I'm digging it. So I was mentioning yesterday on the stream that with No Man's Sky replaced EVE Online and World of Warcraft for me. And when I started playing was right after Next drop, so there was a lot of new content for everybody else, and everybody else was super, super excited, and I got hooked up with people like KJ and Sword and Zane from the UAS, and I was doing a lot of stuff, but I got really burnt out because I was trying to do UAS base building, and I was trying to keep up with Sword, which that was my mistake. Now this is before Sword was streaming a lot. He was streaming, but he wasn't streaming a lot, and he was a very prolific base builder. He's still a very prolific base builder, but more so back then because he was doing a bunch of bases, and I was trying to keep up with him. And it was kind of a mistake because I just couldn't. and he's a better builder. He's a faster builder. I got burnt out, and I took a huge break from No Man's Sky for a little while, where I basically stopped playing for a solid 6 months, and then Beyond dropped. And when Beyond dropped, I came back and I started playing a lot. Well, that guy just didn't want to die. Die already. There we go. Oh my gosh. Got one round of ammunition left. And I missed. Alright, so mining meme it is. He's a tough little booger. Beyond dropped, and I started to play Beyond again, and then Synthesis dropped right afterwards. And I gotta admit that, you know, I was excited to come back, and I was excited to play. Don't you mean Exo Storage? You mean Exocraft? Yes, definitely Exo Storage. He died that time. The thing with all of that, though, is that with Beyond and Synthesis, while they delivered a lot of new content and made a lot of things neat and cool and exciting again, it didn't really grab my full attention. And I've got to say that the Living Ship update and the idea that the space stuff is coming has really grabbed my attention again, and I am super stoked, super excited for where this is going to lead, what we're going to do, what we're going to get. And I don't think they're going to be done with just the Living Ship, because if you guys really think about it, it's only been 6 months since Synthesis, and it's other than that, it was only 3 months before Beyond. So we've gotten 3 updates, 3 content updates, pretty decent sized ones within the last 9 months. So Hello Games is definitely doing their bit here and giving us some cool new stuff. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to get, all right, the jumpy pineapple's coming to get me. I think we're going to get another huge update in the very, very near future. That's going to really flesh out everything they're doing here. And I'm super stoked for it, because again, I want freighter to freighter combat. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I want good old-fashioned broadside engagements with freighters, basically pirate ships in space. And I can't wait. And then, of course, I would like to make a request of Hello Games that for your next major update, you give us the ability to colonize the planets. Integrate my farming simulator obsession into the game. Please. Alright, there was another life form in here, guys. I saw it. I saw a red dot. Where did it go? Just figured it was a single crab running around. I don't see it anymore. Yeah, give us the ability to colonize planets, and I'll be a happy boy. Pretty happy boy, anyways. Now, Mary says they've been working on this for a while. Yes, that's it's definitely going to be a space update. That's for sure, because I mean, everything points right towards that. We've already got space update stuff. Now, Scott Bixler, or sorry, Craft Brew, said galaxy variation. The point that you bring up there is actually super interesting as well. So I've been playing over 200 hours on just this one save. Now I don't have a lot of time, and I mean, there are people that have thousands of hours on their saves, but I have never once on any of my saves left Eyes and Tam. or sorry, left Euclid for Eisentam. I think they're going to try and get us to utilize the other galaxies more. Because Euclid still has 90% of all the players' population playing solely in Euclid. That means there's 255 other galaxies that are not really being used? That's such a waste. Oh, I just got Facium. How did I get Facium? Byproduct of the plant. Totally forgot about that. So added bonus, guys, this planet has Facium in the plants too. Look at that guy. He's all excited. Shame he's going to die. Aw, poor guy. Drones investigating. Of course you are. Oh, ouch. Why don't you investigate that snapdragon that just bit me? Alright, so that's got radon. Carbon, sulfurine, carbon, radon, carbon, radon, carbon, sulfurine. I could feed the critters and get a bunch of poop. Oh, I think I made him mad. And all I have is a mining beam. I also no longer have a personal force field. But I got some pugnium. Alright, so now those guys are going to come for me. Poor little dead guy. I flew right to the Sentinel combat units. It won't be that hard to jump to the center from Eisentam. Alright, let me get away from these Sentinels and then I'll catch up on chat real quick, guys. Start making my way back. Ooh, look at that, a threefer. Not even a twofer, guys, a threefer. Let me hide behind this one real quick and just learn the word for killed. Last. Life. You killed the last life. Alright, so let me go ahead and catch up on chat real quickie poos. Alright, over 1,000. Ooh, now I gotta go. Alright, Galaxy Variations, going to be a space update. Been working on this for a year, over 1,000 crabs. I've been to Hilbert and Eisentam. Yeah, I was going to say that too. Such a waste right now. Why have 255 when they're not really different? Good point that the variation between them is not all that much. Gamble over the past 1.5 to 2 years that they will make them different. We've already started to see some changes up in the biomes. We've had some grass changes. We've had some plant life changes. We've had some animal changes just with this last update. See, there is an actual storm here. There's just speculation that the multiplayer anomaly was a test for large multiplayer, possibly to take over abandoned stations. I would love to see that, Mary. That's one of the things that I would like as well. The ability of groups to commandeer abandoned stations. Now, you also, since you brought up that point, I also showed that they are now easier to find, the abandoned systems, because they mark them. You don't have to sit there and just look for them and pray that you're paying enough attention to get that little bit of information with the red marking that they're abandoned. Makes them easier to find. It also seems like they're taking us to more and more of them with this this update, because I had to go to 2 of them right there. I'm pretty sure I've been to a whole bunch of them with all this. now he's going to investigate me. But yeah, if we could get that now, the business model that scares me is that if Hello Games starts to focus on a true MMO style No Man's Sky, the costs of running that are exorbitantly higher than just running the current system. Now they're not getting any money off of us right now other than new sales. There's no subscription, but I could imagine that the subscription model hasn't been working well for a lot of different companies, so they go to the microtransactions. So World of Warcraft actually makes a lot more money now off of microtrans than they do off of subscriptions, and that's not where I would like to see this go. Now, it's not up to me, but I would prefer that we don't have microtransactions, and I think the true MMO runs the risk of us getting that. True MMO would also run the risk of us having subscriptions. Now, honestly, I don't really want to pay to play No Man's Sky. Would I? Quite possibly. That is a possibility that I would in fact pay to play No Man's Sky, but I don't want to. Let's get rid of some more. Ooh, look at the Opal Sex stack. Big numbers in there. Nice. All right, so I got a whole bunch of Liquid Sun. Now the whole point of this operation was to do this. So biomechanical construct created to design of an anonymous host, organic but aglow with heat and possessing a high pressurized inner vessel. This device is part pump and part accelerated evolutionary chamber. So just out of curiosity, I wanted to build multiples. Now, since that was the most recent thing that we had to buy, alright, so we still have 23 hours. We haven't gained any time by doing that. It was worth a shot. I wanted to see if it sped up the timer. Honestly. And I need more Liquid Sun to make more, but yeah, so I think we're going to need multiples of those because they're going to be upgrades for ships. Let me go ahead and read that. That after the PS5 releases, the variation will come. That is entirely possible. So we're looking at October, November. I know a lot of the companies are coding for the PS5 right now. Don't think computing systems, when this was originally created, were capable of creating the procedurally generated different biomes we wanted, and were shown. No, they were not, or at least not within the price range that Hello Games had to operate with. Be willing to buy a DLC if it would help HE fund further game into the next console generation. I'm on PS4 yourself. Levi Rivers, I totally agree. I would definitely buy some DLC stuff just to support this. But when I say DLCs, I would rather they be cosmetic packs. Kind of like with Conan and stuff like that. Mary's very familiar with the Conan stuff. There are currently, 8 major DLC packs for Conan. None of which is really game-changing or game-breaking. None of it is. But I don't like... Alright, so Beeblebum Go says to speed up the timer of the mission, you need to save your game, put your PS4 clock offline, change the time, and reload your save. Alright, so gotcha. I appreciate the information, Beeblebum. That is super helpful and super useful. Not gonna do it. I was hoping that an in-game item could potentially do it, and just because it said it was part accelerated evolutionary chamber, that was the specific wording that caught my attention on that, and I wanted to see if it was a thing. I'm not an exploit person. I'm not a big glitch person, and it's just not my style. If anybody wants to do it, hey, power to them. It's your game, your dime, do your thing. Not going to do it. I would rather do it live, clear progression, the way that Halo Games meant for it to happen. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm actually going to just wait for that timer, and we'll revisit tomorrow. We'll probably go live at some point in time around 10:30 tomorrow, and we'll continue on with this bad boy. In the meantime, I'm gonna break down some tetracobalt here real quick. One of the other funny things, I keep realizing, I keep forgetting actually, that I am in fact unit capped. So I keep selling things and not making any money, and it's driving the hoarder in me absolutely bonkers. Because I feel like I should be saving these things. Sean is teaching us patience. Yeah, Sean's horrible at teaching us patience. He's not a patient person. Why should we? Yeah, that's pretty funny though. All right, you know what I do need to do? I need to give myself a base tour. I haven't actually walked through this base in for ages. What do I even have going in here? All right, so I've got. That's the exocraft guy. The other one was the weapons station. I still have a ladder going up. Oh, I have a biodome up here. Nothing planted in the biodome. I am a horrible, horrible person. Look at that. None of my biodomes have anything planted in them, guys. Bad, Timo. Alright, so... Don't have Facium. I could do Gravitinos. I could do Mordite. Get more Mordite that way. Get a cactus. Oh, I don't have any carbon planters yet. Whoops. Get off the... Why does the latter insist on... Oh my god. I was stuck on a ladder, guys. Iken has the dumb... I'm stuck in my own base. How do I get downstairs? Oh my god. Might have to just start deleting parts to get out. Where's the down? Where's the down? There's a down. Okay. Yeah, so what I didn't have was any carbon planters. Oh, they snap into position too. Check that out. Sweet. Yeah, I was super stoked about these things too. I had wanted carbon planters for ages. That's pretty nifty. Alright. One, your exocraft worker, he has your colors right on. buy ship slots, Timo? You had to get your ship because you were too distracted. People, right on, Roddy, right on. They're procedural generated, so it could be infinite. He told me he did. I've not done it, so I can't confirm. Buy ship slots, Timo. What do you mean by buy ship slots, Mary? That's something that they could sell would be more ship slots. Yeah, I would totally do that, or storage containers, or backpack upgrades. Anything that gave me more storage, they could get me that. Yeah, the carbon planers, although not really necessary, because it's not like carbon is hard to get, especially with you know, you can still do the old O2 refiners, and you can also, I mean, like see here, I have atmosphere harvesters. That'll grab me nitrogen. I should have, where did they go? There used to be 3 O2 harvesters over here, and I would just grab the O2 and then convert that directly to carbon. Now with the, I had not even bothered to check any hotspots nearby. I haven't even, I barely visit this planet anymore, which is kind of a shame. This was one of the only ones that I came back and totally powered up. We have living frost, living pyrite, sulfurine, living phosphorus. So yeah, see, I have a whole bunch of different things that are good to go. Sticky honey pot, that's always a good one. But, you know what? I think I'm going to finish this one up here, guys. I'm going to take us to the Christmas tree, spread a little holiday cheer. 2 months too late. All right, let me scroll up a bit because apparently I'm missing out on some chat. To spend your billions, Timo. Yeah, if I could, even if they charged me $1 billion per ship slot, I would do it. Or 4 billion, I'd still do it. There are living starship battles in Space Pirates. Welcome, Daniel. Daniel Hipley in the house. Last time I did it, I actually came up on a system plans from behind, still pointed at the star, so I'm just seeing how it goes this time. You can buy ship inventory tech slots to spend your units on. I maxed out my A-class fighter with cargo tech slots. Yeah, the problem with that is I actually have so many storage augmentations. It's not even funny. Why is that just floating in the sky? I'll look at that in a minute. Dave Monte's grace is all with ore. Yes, thank you. Work up with your hands, all kinds of cranky and achy. No activated Indian farm building for Mary Lizzie today. Interesting, Levi. It is a thing, Poppa. What? Are you? I'm confused. What the hell? Oh, okay. Because I was at. Oh my God, I was so confused there for a second, guys. I forgot that I went to the Christmas tree. Alright, so there is no landing pad, and they put my ship right there. That's adorable. That's adorable. But yeah, so I made a whole bunch of Christmas trees around the holidays for everybody, and this was one. I do like the fact that you can spread out a lot further now. Got a ship flying by. I thought there was another base nearby here, but apparently not. So there we go. Oh, my pleasure, Dave Monte. And I'll probably be back tomorrow, guys, and we will continue on with the Fragile Heart and see where we go there. Hopefully nobody will break our fragile heart, my achy breaky heart. Ooh. But hey, I want to say thanks to everybody for stopping by. I got 11 people watching, 11 thumbs up. You guys are the best. You're awesome. I absolutely love you all. And hey, until next time, guys, fly safe.